world seems so big, and everything seems so out of reach. The sky is high and the walk is wide. You just don't know what you've got yet. It's in the palm of your hands. It's right in front of where you stand. If you believe everything you dream will come true, and if you can love, no matter how you hurt, love will come to you, back to you. This world is yours. At times I know it's gonna be hard when you think you can't go on, but there's a plan for you. Just let your heart follow through. Come on, I promise you can do it all. 'Cause where you fall, you can always start again. Your future's right in front of where you stand. If you believe everything you dream will come true, and if you can love, no matter how you hurt, love will come to you, back to you. This world is yours. Climb a mountain, cross the ocean, sail a river until it opens, and make good friends. Listen hard, let it out, and dance on. If you believe everything you dream will come true, and if you can see there's nothing that can be too big for you. No, no. If you can see, if you can believe, if you can dream, this world is yours. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Give it up for the class of 2014! Class of 2014, parents, guardians, friends, staff, and guests. On behalf of the Lowell family, I'd like to welcome you to the Lowell High School ceremony for the class of 2014. Class of 2014. Each graduating class since my arrival in 2007 have accomplished great accolades for Lowell. I've always wondered, how will the next class live up to the previous class? It amazed me that this year, once again, your class has again won numerous accolades. During the past 4 years, we achieved Lowell's highest API score in history at 596. Robotics, forensics, mock trial, drama, choir, chess club, JROTC, cheer song, all won numerous first place awards. What really is a big surprise again were the numerous championships our athletic teams achieved. We won city championships in varsity baseball, Trans-Bay, JV baseball, boys golf, varsity softball, including Trans-Bay, girls soccer, girls varsity and JV swimming, boys varsity, I gotta take a breath, and JV swimming, girls and boys tennis, boys and girls varsity soft cross country, girls fencing, wrestling, cross country, girl fencing, wrestling, girls varsity and soft volleyball, boys volleyball, and currently we're waiting for track. We have won again numerous championships because of you, class of 2014. In addition, this year, just recently, your class broke a record for the amount of GED exams given. 3676 is the highest Lowell has ever given. Because of you, Lowell's Advanced Placement Program continues to achieve a global ranking within the top 10 high schools in the world.
Top 10 in the world.
And most of all, during your 4 years at Lowell, we achieved what I call the Triple Crown. The National Blue Ribbon, California Distinguished Schools, and exemplary visual and performing arts state recognition. Give yourselves applause. So class of 2014, you have all assisted Lowell in achieving these great honors. So I would like to ask our parents, guardians, friends, and family to please stand and show how proud we are of the class of 2014. Amen. Please turn around and show your love and gratitude to your family and friends, counselor, staff, and audience for caring and helping you throughout your life and making that as you graduate today and leave Lowell, I ask of you to take one thing with you. It is not the knowledge that you have gained, nor the experiences that have enriched your lives. I ask of you to take with you a gift, the gift of compassion. For if you have compassion, you have desire. And if you have desire, you have heart. And if you have heart, you have love. For love is the one thing that feeds the heart, creates desire, and fuels the soul. For your soul will live forever as your memories of Lowell High School. We will miss you. Best of luck to you all. Alofa atu, te adoro mucho. I love you. Congratulations and keep the faith. Thank you. I would like to now introduce an outstanding student, your senior class president, Lowell Chu.
I vividly remember lying restless in bed the night before my first day at Lowell, thinking, wow, my life is all going to change starting tomorrow. And as childish as that seems now that I think back upon that night, our lives really have changed. Our Lowell experience has been transformative, exhilarating, stressful, and incredible all at the same time. That is undoubtedly because of the unique community we have. We have a supportive, enthusiastic, and proud culture that is difficult to find anywhere else. Our teachers and faculty, with their passion and enthusiasm for learning, have challenged us to think creatively, work together, and apply ourselves. And our incredible student body has accomplished great feats in the face of imposing obstacles and challenges. Most of us will probably be just as restless as we enter into the college world, but we will be armed with the lessons, growth, and knowledge that we have achieved here at Lowell. We have learned the art of procrastination. For example, I didn't finish writing the speech until this morning. We learned to come together in celebration after amazing accomplishments and in grief after terrible hardships. We learned to stand up for our beliefs and fight for what we love. As we enter college, we will have to learn new things all over again, like how to make friends, how to feed ourselves, how to face challenging courses, and take on new responsibilities. However, we've gotten the best preparation we possibly could here at Lowell, and I know that will astound the world. In our first 3 years, our class didn't exactly have the best reputation for attendance to events, and we're unique in having won the least spirited pop school category as a whole. I don't think any other class has quite accomplished that. However, this year, my board and I were shocked to encounter record numbers to every single senior event. Our spirit for Lowell has always been present. We were simply saving the best for last. And although we've seen Lowell through a multitude of changes, such as online arena, meeting Mondays, dropping the swim requirement, thankfully, and major construction, our undying and proud love for Lowell has been the only constant in these hectic 4 years. As cliche as this is to say, leaving here will truly be bittersweet. Many of us will be leaving our families and homes as we head off to college, but all of us will be leaving our second home, Lowell High School. A place where we transform from awkward individual freshmen to a community of collective seniors. A place where we discovered passions and made lasting friendships. As I was talking with Ewing this morning, she said to me, "This is really awkward. I've been busy for so long, and after today, I'm free. What do I do with myself?" And this pretty much sums up the freedom and the void that many of us will feel after graduating. As we all go our separate paths, we'll have to fill this newfound void with exciting college experiences, new passions, and new friendships. But we'll never forget the old ones, and none of this could happen without the foundation that Lowell has given us. As our time at Lowell comes to a close, our Lowell memories will be held deep to our hearts. From deliriously sleep-deprived philosophical discussions at 6 a.m. to crying in the arms of loved ones, I've had some of my best and worst moments here at Lowell. And I know that each and every one of us has our own unique set of memories to cherish. Whenever our friends needed us, we stepped up for them. Whenever our extracurriculars in school pulled us in all different directions, we pushed through and delivered. And whenever teachers warned us this is not something you can do the night before the deadline, we accepted the challenge. So after all the late nights, the sweat, the laughs, and the tears, we finally made it. Congratulations, class of 2014. I'm now happy to introduce my best friend and our student body president, Julie Wu.
Thanks, Layla. I didn't think I would make it above this podium, I meant. And thanks for this lift, this little skill thing. All right, so you guys are probably wondering why I've gathered you all here today. Well, I mean, it's a graduation, no big deal or anything, right? Anyway, my name is Yulin, and I guess I'm gonna make a little speechy speech for you guys. I wrote something this morning, but I don't really like it, so I'm gonna go ahead and procrastinate the very last minute and go ahead and just wing a speech now. So bear with me. It's gonna be kind of from the heart. I promise I won't cry. Actually, I can't. I promise I might cry. But all right. So I remember the very first day of freshman year, and I was carpooling with a bunch of my friends. I think it was like Lori and Maria and Brian, and I had on these 3D glasses. Did you guys have those? And I popped the lenses, and I put a little piece of tape, in the middle, and I was like, yeah, I look good. That's right. And I had a Hot Topic band T-shirt on and a bunch of pins on my backpack. I was like, I am so stylish. Like, the club can't even handle me right now, okay? So anyway, as we approached the school, I saw, this clouds fog, I was like, oh, wow, this is high school, it's not middle school anymore, And everybody was like, oh yeah, I'm excited, this is gonna be awesome. Like, yeah, guys, I am so excited, but deep down I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I brought an extra pair of underpants because, something's gonna happen, I don't know. You gotta be prepared, we can't expect it. So, as the first weeks passed, I was like, wow, this is fun, it's different, interesting, and I couldn't help but feel a little out of place. It was super small, and I say out of place because one time I was walking to class, and this teacher comes up to me, and I'm just minding my own business, and she goes, sweetie, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, what's there not to be okay about? Are you lost? No, I know my way to class, and what do you mean I'm lost? Lakeshore Elementary is next door. Do you need help getting there? And I was like, I'm a freshman, so that's really awkward. She goes, great! Well, have a great year. So, obviously I felt out of place. I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere. I was kind of like, this is high school. Is it supposed to be like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where I meet my best friends the first day of school and slay a bunch of vampires? Or that's a Raven, I'm psychic and see what's gonna happen? No. So, the first few weeks were kind of blah. I was like, whatever, I'm here at Lowell, I wish I went to Soda or something, and do a bunch of art stuff, But then, the very first rally came around. And I know you guys don't like rallies, I'm always like, guys, spirit! You guys are like, But, this very first spirit rally, I remember all of us were dressed up. We had our little t-shirts, spray painted, freshmen, Spider-Man, And this one game, Limbo. You guys don't know Limbo, a little stick thing. And I remember one of the SBC members said, freshman class, you guys have one more person you need to play the game. And we're like, oh, we're short one person for Limbo. Who's gonna do it? And I was standing in the crowd yeah, cheering people on, and I was just trying not to be seen. And then someone next to me said, hey you! I'm like, me? Yeah, you're small. Why don't you go to Limbo? I'm like, I guess. Yeah, sure. And they were like, yeah, Limbo, go ahead, do it. Okay, so I got really nervous and I ran down there, and then everyone was in a line, And then they had the stick up this high. I don't know how high, it's just taller than me anyway. Everyone was walking under and they're like, yeah, cool, and then everyone's a little bending, whatever, and then it was my turn. And I walk up, and I just walk under it. It was not even a struggle, and everyone was like, yeah! What? She did it! I was like, oh my gosh, they like me, this is great! And so, I kept on lowering the bars, they had to lower 5 times before I actually had to try bending to get under it. But the best part of that was seeing everybody in the stand, and everyone was like, yeah, go win, you're gonna win this. And I was like, I didn't win, I fell on my back. It was really embarrassing because I was the smallest one there. Yeah, but that moment made me realize I have a class that supports me, that likes me for who I am. I don't have to pretend to be bigger than I am, and I felt at home. So for the next 4 years, that's really what it became, my second home. I mean, whenever I didn't have anything to do, I just go to Lowell, to be honest. And actually, now that I think of it, I didn't go home very often because I would just stay at Lowell doing who knows what. Like, I'd just stay there, talk to Miss Morris, maybe be in the cave, who knows, you know. But I guess what I'm going to miss most about high school is the class of 2014. Because you guys are what made my year so incredible. I mean, I learned a lot at Lowell, how to procrastinate, you know, how to kiss butt, if I wanted that maybe. And if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't want to do it any other way, but with you guys and with this school. So, here's to you, class of 2014. I just want to leave you with a few words, because you guys always inspire me every day, and I have no doubt in my mind that each and every one of you is going to do something crazy. Like, I'm going to put one of my arch nemesis here, Ofreen. Thanks for crushing my dreams of keeping traditional arena, but it's amazing that you created that online arena with the help, you know, of some really awesome kids. I'm sure that in the future there will be a Lady Gaga versus robots battle. Lady Gaga will win. Good try, but, you know. Anyways, everyone here is going to do something crazy, blow my mind, and I swear, I want everyone's signature because that's going to be worth a lot in the future, just let you know. And I want to thank you guys for putting up with everything. I mean, we've made so many great friends here, everyone's just so amazing, and it's crazy to leave everyone who's taught us so much, been our mentors, been our best friends, you know. So I just want to say thanks. Thank you. That's all I can really say. And that if you don't remember anything, just remember these 3 things. Okay? This is the whole thing. 1, you were born this way. Okay. 2, this is from RuPaul. If you don't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love anybody else? And 3, the sky is not the limit. Because NASA already proved that. Okay. Anyways, you guys can go ahead and do amazing things. I can't wait. Congrats! Class 2014! And now, I'd like to introduce my friend Sophia Lee, who will give the historian speech.
Good afternoon, teachers, faculty, parents, friends, siblings, and all my fellow graduates. 4 years ago, on that fateful freshman orientation day, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. We were tripping over cones, searching for that 4th floor swimming pool, and struggling to memorize the mod schedule. In these past few years, we've become a family. We've eaten meals together, changed in the locker room, shared the same bathroom, and took pride in our school community. But we're too young to settle. For 4 years, we've been given the same education and gained a base of knowledge. But those 4 years have been more than enough time for each of us to grow and blossom into different people with different interests. And that's what college is for. But let's not talk too much about college right now. You can try and prove me wrong, but I believe we've been through a lot more than the average high school graduating class. We've loved and lost the physical arena, meeting Fridays, and 8-minute passing periods. We had a mid-high school life crisis in 2012 when everyone thought the world was going to end. And it didn't, and we're all here. But not all of us are. In the past few years, many of us have lost loved ones. And all of us have lost a fellow classmate. Hanren Chang, a wonderful girl, a dedicated athlete, and to some of us, a best friend, who above all people deserves to be here today. Han taught me what it meant to love and to live.
and the thought of her colorful socks and flip-flops, her enthusiasm, and her willingness to believe in me when I didn't believe in myself will carry me and I hope all of you forward into the rest of our lives. We owe huge debts to so many people. I'll start with a group of people who aren't always acknowledged. Siblings. Thank you, younger siblings, including my little sister, for looking up to us and for reminding us not to grow up too quickly. Thank you, older siblings, for reliving high school drama in order to give us advice. And now, parents. Aside from physically having to give birth to us, hi, Mom. You've given us lectures, pushed us through summer programs and get jobs, and stayed up late to drive us home after prom. We know that you'll be happy that we're leaving, and we're happy that we're leaving. It's true. But we also know that we'll be back, and we thank you big time for giving us a home to go back to. Teachers, you have a special place in our hearts, sometimes making and sometimes breaking our grades. From you, we learned about the conservation of energy. In life, that translates to success can't just be created from nothing. It has to come from the effort that we put in. From you, we learned to try to always do things right the first time, to connect the dots, prior knowledge, to value chemistry puns, and to look at the work and the world as a whole. Thank you, Mr. Ishibashi, for telling us that we have beautiful smiles and making every day brighter. Thank you, coaches, for giving us a different sort of education, one that was equally important to our growth as human beings. Thank you, Wellness Center staff, for your support and comfy couches and tea. Thank you, librarians, for reminding us to not eat in the library. Thank you, counselors, security guards, custodians, the list goes on. And now, my fellow students, turn to the people next to you. Maybe they've got the same last name as you. Shout out to the leads. Woo! Yeah, I know you're out there. Or maybe you still don't know their name. Maybe you saw each other every day after school during soccer practice. Or maybe you only got to know them this year when you had the same calc class. Whatever it is, thank them for being a part of your journey. Some argue that after we're 18, we're done growing. That may be true for height, although Yuling and I are still hoping for a few more inches. But intellectually and emotionally, I hope we don't ever stop growing. These were not the best years of our lives. Our lives will only get better, because from now on, we don't have to take any more APs. And speaking of APs, people like to say, you're so much more than a number, which is true. You are more than an AP roster number. But you'll always remember that one exam where the power went out, or where you had to climb a fence to get back to school. You are more than 140 characters on Twitter. But you'll always remember studying AP English late at night and tweeting #It'sLit. Get it? AP English? Literature competition? You are more than your GPA. But after pulling an all-nighter to study for your final, I'm sure you felt like crying tears of joy when your 89.5% was rounded up to an A-. And you're more than the 300 followers you have on Instagram. But let's be honest, friends come and go, but good selfies last forever. Speaking of which, let's take a selfie. Tag yourselves. Finally, remember that we owe it to ourselves to do well. We've been told that we are the leaders of tomorrow, but we are also the leaders of today and of yesterday and of every day before that. And I'm not talking exclusively about class presidents or club presidents or team captains or class presidents. I'm talking about leading yourself out of bed to go to your 1-2 class despite getting 4 hours of sleep. I'm talking about leading yourself through every V-Code Wednesday by remembering that Wednesday is almost Thursday, which is almost Friday. It's inaccurate to say that everything has led us to this moment. No, we have led ourselves to this moment. Here's to the crazy ones. The late Steve Jobs once said, Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. After the past 4 years, I think we've all gone a bit crazy. So Lowell class of 2014, here's to you, here's to me, and here's to us. Thank you. Thank you, Sophia. I'm honored to introduce our next speaker, the 2014 salutatorian, Mark Cunningham.
When I was 5 years old, my grandma asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. Confidently, I replied, "Grandma, I want to be really, really rich." Well, I thought that money was a measure of success and a measure of happiness. And at Lowell, I think we've often used things like grade point averages or test scores for that matter to gauge success. They're convenient and reassuring numbers that are easy to compare. So do we just define one another as a collection of these numbers? I suppose I'm digressing a bit. My speech today isn't just about money or about testing. It's about our collective experiences and perspective. I think it is those factors, the ones that cannot be measured so easily, that make us more than statistics. Today, we are celebrating an important milestone of achievement. Indeed, we all entered and emerged from a rigorous high school. Each of us faced a unique set of challenges at Lowell. There were late nights filled with homework and attempts to eat in the library. The stress of finals were undeniable, but the congestion in the hallways might have been worse. But for our perseverance, we've gained preparation for what lies ahead. We had teachers that, rather than shy away from difficulty, challenged us on a daily basis. And sometimes they challenged us a bit too much, so we had to be saved by her. Looking towards the future, I think it's fair to say that there's a bit of excitement and a bit of nervousness. Lowell has provided us with a glimpse of what lies beyond the horizon, but frankly, there's so much more beyond those doors. Down the road, we will each face our own moments of fear or anxiety. For one reason or another, there will be a time when we have that pit in our stomach, that moment of nagging uncertainty. Whether that happens to each of us in 4 hours, 4 years, or 4 decades, I cannot say. But when that moment does come, we should not fear failure. Though it may take some searching, we all have the determination, talent, and ability to move forward. Lowell has given us a starting point for our areas of interest. But it is up to us to go out on a limb, to dream, explore, and act upon our passions. In the words of Richard Yates, if you don't try anything, you can't fail. It takes a backbone to live the life you want. So now, I ask you to consider one final question. What will our class, and to a larger extent, our generation, be known for? Decades ago, the greatest generation endured the Great Depression and fought back the tide of fascism in World War II. That is quite the legacy. In light of this, hopefully selfies and twerking will not be our most meaningful contributions, even if some of us are very good at one of those. But in all seriousness, the challenges of our time carry immense weight. Think of any aspect of our world, any basic need. Food and water, the freedom of expression, education. I assure you that any number of these needs is going unmet, somewhere close to home or in a place far away. However, we can change that through our own passions. There are no more or less useful or beneficial facets of human interest, only different ones. Because after all, who changed the world more? Picasso or Einstein? Steve Jobs or Mother Teresa? They each made a unique contribution. And let's always remember that overarching transformation starts with the will of individuals. Individuals like the ones I just named, but also individuals like you and me. No matter which walk of life each of us chooses, we can all choose to care and to take action when we see the need. Thank you.
We will now hear a musical selection by our outstanding choir, directed by our daughter student teacher.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you. I would like to call up a very special person. Lisa Pollard, can you please come up? Lisa Pollard has been with the PTSA for the past 8 years. During those 8 years, she's been on the board, which has been responsible for raising more than $2.4 million for Lowell High School. All the electives, supporting programs, paying for teachers, special projects, grants, and the list goes on. So today is her last year as president, and I would like to recognize, which I really do, an outstanding PTSA president, Ms. Lisa Pollard.
All right, I promise to keep this short and sweet because I'm not going to cry. because my youngest of 3 Lowell graduates, way to go 2014, 2012, and 2010. Lowell is definitely a part of your family 2014. They will be with you for the rest of your life. You are going on to a beautiful new place in life, college, and the rest of your life. But you will never, ever forget your Lowell family. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for letting me be a part of your family for 8 years. So again, thank you, Lowell, Andy, the faculty, and the student body. And 2014, go out and kick some all right?
The Henry Parkinson Award is given to the graduating female and male senior with the highest GPA. This award is the highest of all academic awards given to a Lowell graduate. Mr. Carpenstein was a great teacher at Lowell for 30 years and assisted students to achieve high academic standards. This year, we have a tie for the top female students. With a GPA of 4.58, I would like to call up Layla Chu and Xiao Green. Layla? Zhao? Green, are you I? Here she comes. Congratulations. The top male student for Lowell High School with a GPA of 4.66 is Brian Chu.
Wow. 4.66.
We will now have a performance from the Outstanding Lowell Symphony Orchestra, led by our student teacher, Philip Lindbergh.
big, and everything seems so out of reach. The sky is high and the walk is wide. You just don't know what you've got yet. It's in the palm of your hands. It's right in front of where you stand. If you believe everything you dream will come true, and if you can love, no matter how you hurt, love will come to you, back to you. This world is yours. At times I know it's gonna be hard when you think you can't go on, but there's a plan for you. Just let your heart